Hello and welcome back to the Kitchen Counter series. I'm Brian Chapp, the CEO of Tech Recipes and your host. Don't forget to subscribe and or drop us a message below for your free 30-minute consultation. And as always, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making this dream become a reality. With me today is Noah Porter. Noah is from Sanofi Consumer Healthcare. So today, I'm sure a lot of us, or a lot of our viewers have heard Google decided for whatever reason to push back the lack of cookies or cookie deprecation to 2023 now. So it leaves me to question, how much of their approach can we trust to begin with? And should we just be focusing on creating solutions around Google?
I think it's probably a combination. As we saw last week, I think the writing was on the wall that the Biden administration was going to be taking some steps to put pressure on them from an antitrust standpoint. And then the pressure that they were getting overseas in Europe, where they were effectively being told, you can't get rid of cookies until you have a solution that doesn't negatively impact the competition, or at least it just enriches you. When that happened, I was telling our head of digital excellence, I have a feeling that they're going to have to slow things down because they can't just shut off cookies for a continent. The fact that they pushed it as far back as they did kind of tells me they're in trouble in terms of coming up with a better solution that makes everyone feel comfortable. They're at this weird crossroads where they've had this momentum of years of essentially being the tech startup that struck it big to then being the big monopoly monster that we kind of know today. They create a cognitive dissonance in terms of the way they want to be perceived versus the way they are. In reality, I think it gets complicated because the one thing that you mentioned is the lack of regulation. We still have to deal with regulation at a state level. I work with our internal legal privacy team just to discuss everything that happens with CCPA, all of the things that are happening on a state level and all those changes and how that impacts what we do. I'll be honest, because we don't have direct ownership and we're sort of just the buyer in those transactions, we just have to be worried about what we do from that standpoint. And if we were to make more of those active decisions, we actually have to also take the responsibility. And as an advertiser, that's not really what we're interested in. If you were thinking that the cookie reprieve is going to give you more time, I'd say use that time wisely. Be hesitant about going all in on any one particular avenue of replacing cookies, because similar to what we do with energy, we need to have a multi-pronged approach. I think that one size fits all is never going to be the way forward, not anymore.
Well, thanks again. Appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.